Sì, buongiorno. Still irritated that I lost money yesterday, and I think today is going to be very difficult to trade. It's considering that we have FOMC in the morning. Anyways, let's get started. Um, 4172, my weekly is a support. We've lost this trend support. We've lost 4181. We've lost 4187. I suspect, assuming we don't have a sudden pullback, which will likely be the result of the market finding out news before everyone else tomorrow, or finding out some other news, um, that we may have a flush, a quick sell off, maybe to 4167, 4162. I think the lowest it might go is 4156, and then we pop back up. But the other chance is that we just might chop randomly between 4172 and 4206. Um, I still think 4206 is going to be major resistance. What confuses me is Adam Mancini's megaphone is somewhere like 4225 or something like that. Mine isn't. So I actually adjusted mine. Mine was lower. It was just about here. And I decided to readjust it because I realized it didn't look too good. So I brought it further up. Um, what else did I change? I don't think anything else really for ES. This sort of looks like a head and shoulders, but I don't know if that really is clear. If I try and change it to an hour, I thought it might look clear, but it doesn't really. If anything, it might look like a bull flag, but it's a weird bull flag. In relative to the post of the flag, it doesn't look clear. Okay, let's go to VIX. Oh yes, I saw the triangle forming, and I should have realized that this is going to turn into a big breakout move. I should have went short yesterday. I still can't believe how I decided to go long when it looked like we might break through here, but then it turned around. And oh yeah, that's you know what? I did go long. I went long at the rejection here. Somewhere in this point I went long and it just didn't work in my favor. And clearly it just fell. So let's see what may happen here. I realize now I probably should put a level here. Let's see. And there will be a good spot here, probably. It looks. I'm trying to see if I see any other patterns. Let's get rid of this. Not really. I don't really see anything. All right. Nope. Just a big mess. I need to readjust SPY. 4172 is current support. So let's read Adam Mancini's tweet. No, I don't want notifications from you. Please stop asking me this every single time I almost every time I log in. Yesterday my target in ES was 4202 and we clipped and rejected after a 130 point rally in 3 days. Holding pattern likely until FOMC tomorrow, where we get major volume. Plan today 4172, 4168, 4168. God, I really dislike Thinkorswim, man. 4168. Yeah, that's what I have. Support, as long as we defend 4184, 4205 and play. 4184, I'll have 4186. And 418, ugh, whatever. This is going to be an interesting cluster to get through. I wonder why 4194 isn't mentioned. And 4205. You know what though? There has been times on the day before FOMC that the market just starts to rally. And it doesn't make any sense. And then on FOMC, it'll pull back. So there is a possibility the market might rally still today. Let's see if there's any follow-up mentions. This is interesting. A guy goes, Adam, should we build on and keep old support resistance levels, or should we update, revise them? If we update them, how often, daily, weekly? And Adam replied, I update my levels every day. Usually it just requires minor adjustments though, unless we move into a whole new price range. Then I will need to spend some time, usually a few hours discovering and honing new levels. It's a dynamic process for me that I'm doing all day, every day. The question though is, how does he find his levels? I think he does it a little bit like the way I do, but he also does things like, you know, this was the high of this month, or this was the high or low of that week. So yeah, I don't know. I still wish that there was a way that levels that were, say, 50 points up or below out of a range would just disappear. They won't show up on the chart at all. But apparently I must be the only one that thought of this. Okay, so pre-market, we had a fake breakout. Let's see if if these levels match up still. Yeah, on my SPY I have 4187. That's about correct. And I have 494 right about here, which is not correct. That's more like 4191, so I have to adjust this. Seem to be always adjusting the level on SPY, because again, apparently I'm the only one who thinks that there should be some sort of algorithm that when you put a level on ES, a close as possible level pops up on SPY. But apparently I'm the only one who thought of this. And I'm an idiot. I'm not anywhere a genius, so I don't know why this isn't already in existence. And again, I've looked all over Google to see if such a coding program, ThinkScript algorithm exists, and it doesn't. At least not that I found. Alright, so we formed, I'm going to adjust my 41, let's see, is that 4187? Oh, it's 4189. Actually, now I realize it's more like 4190 on my SPY. I'm sorry. I know you're not seeing what I'm seeing because I'm looking at my other screen. I'm just trying to adjust the levels. So we formed, if you look here, a demand here. and a sloppy looking demand right before the market ended, but that failed. But nonetheless, this looks like a key level. I should probably put on ES and on so this is 4189 to be exact. And now I'm going to put that on SPY. It doesn't look as clean on SPY. And you see how the demand levels look different. So you saw how on ES this level and this level lined up to what formed into a clean supply on ES right here. But on SPY, it does not line up the same. Which is why, again, I really, really would like to play futures and not deal with this option ODTE nonsense. I know you won't make as much money doing futures as you would on an option call that, you know, goes up 5 points in the money, but it seems to me that it's much more predictable to use options. Anyways, okay, so here's what may happen today. I'll go on ES because again, it's much easier to. If 4172 fails, I don't know about these two levels, the 416 levels. I don't have much faith in those, and I don't think Adam Mancini mentioned the levels below in his tweet. He just mentioned where we might go above. No, he said it. 4172 fails, we get to pre-FOMC sell to 4155. So I don't have a whole lot of faith in the 416 levels, but 4156, 415. This trend here between this area and this area, this may be a spot to take it long. In fact, I'm going to go ahead and put an alert. Although he technically said 4155. So like a flush below this trend and a recovery. So you know what? I'm putting this to 4155. All right. But if we can stay above 4172, which seems to be what's happening most of the night, our next spot would be 4185. So here, this to me, this is going to be a bunch of resistances. This is going to be a challenge for the bulls to get through. Breaking through all the SMAs and VWAP, breaking through this 4181 level. Although I think maybe Adam Mancini adjusted 4181 to 4184. So maybe this is no longer a level to be concerned about, and it's just he just moved it up. But why though? I don't know. I don't know what's significant about 4184. I don't know if 4186 is even a level I should bother with anymore. I'm trying to adjust. I don't know. I know this is a pretty strong supply, and it's on the 30-minute as well. So 4190 I think is going to be an issue, but I don't know about 4186. I don't know why 4184 is the level. To be honest, it looks to me like it should be 4185 or 4182. But anyways, bunch of resistances here. So I don't know. It's possible though. It's possible that the bulls will just start rallying at some point today, right after the bell, maybe, or at some point later. But I don't know. This is a tricky day to trade, and I probably shouldn't, not probably, I definitely should not have gone long a second time yesterday. I should have followed my gut yesterday and went long with multiple options just to scalp this rise here, even if I only got up to 416. And I should have chosen a closer strike. I chose 418. I should have chosen a 416 or 417. I think 417 would have been the smarter one, and gone a couple options long and just called it a day there. That could have increased my account to 120, 130, and then walked away. And today, I should probably decide not to trade at all. So, I don't know. That's the plan for now. Um, but again, there is a possibility that this thing could just rally pre-FOMC, chop completely with the volume pre-FOMC, or maybe some news comes out that we don't know of and this thing's just going to drop and we'll lose 4172, which would be a drop to 4155, 4150. Anyway, I don't know. All these are possibilities. So, and I've got nothing on VIX as a clue. So I'm probably not going to be here when the bell rings. I'm going to go take my shower and just get away for a bit. So, but it probably will rally since I'm not going to be here. All right, I decided to come back and sit here. I was in the bathroom and I thought, you know what? If I think this thing's going to rally, let me just go get in front of the computer. And I sat here and the bell rung, and what did it do? It dropped. I decided to throw in a put to see not long after the market opened. I got here like around 9:32, 9:31, but I just now put in a put, and obviously I've been here for 5 minutes, but 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I always find it interesting how there's a candle in the beginning, like right, like 9. Anyways, I don't know. But this would have been a nice little play here, just for 30 bucks, a little short here, if you could have gotten in low. But it looks like 4172 is in fact failing. And yep, that would have been a good short. And let's look at VIX. So yeah, it looks like this level here is now support for VIX, and we just blasted off. Irony is that I'm here thinking that it might start to rally, and it just started off dropping. But from ES, it looks like a continuation from this strong supply that was formed, and I still sort of see a head and shoulder pattern here. I know it's not a clean left shoulder, but the head and the right shoulder is pretty clear. And there it is. So yeah, this would have been a good short. Really wish I had considered the possibility this will happen and just take it short from the get-go. Because this, now that 4172 is gone, you know what? Here's what I could do. Man, and this is the 414 strike. Wow. If it gets to, I think 412 is the lowest it might get to. Let's try 413. What I would like to see now is the bulls bring this back up to 4172. And here's the trick: is it looked like they're reclaiming it, and then it comes back down. And also it'll reject off that level on VIX that I showed a moment ago, this level. Okay, so let me recap. For me to take this short, what I would like to see is for this to come back up to 4172, have a fake breakout of the 4172 level, and then to fall back down. Of course, the risk is that the bulls may actually succeed in reclaiming 4172 and it will continue higher. In that event, what I would hope to see, I don't know how I can, sorry, I'm trying to see how I can show this with VWAP. What I would like to see is it'll get back above 4172, reject against VWAP, fall under 4172 again, in confluence with oh my god, dude. No, I do not like this application. In confluence with a retest here, but it looks like that's not going to happen. We're continuing down even more. Looks like we had a little bit of a recovery, but it just fell. There's been times where the market will open, I'll hit market buy, and then nothing happens for a while. And then I get filled like at the top of the candle afterwards. Hurricane impact windows 15 floors up, and you can hear a car racing down the street as if we were on the first floor. Sorry, I'm just waiting to see if this pullback up to 4172 actually happens. And then there's the rejection, but VIX is not really making much of a move. It just seems to be going up. And what I don't want it to do is to move on to a next level where it could reject and go down if I want to go short, is what I'm saying. Looks like I should have just got back in here at 46 and then just let this thing go. It might just fall without even retesting 4172 anymore. And then again, this may be one of those days where nothing really follows through. Levels are lost, but there's no real fall. Levels are reclaimed, but there's no real rally. Just a slow, meandering chop. Yeah, that may actually be what happens. Alright, I'll come back if this thing actually makes any significant moves. Alright, tweet from Adam Mancini, and I just realized I'm here thinking about 4172 support, but it's not just 4172, it's 4172 to 4168. And we are bouncing exactly at 40168. So I probably should put this level here. It's technically 40168.99. And we're bringing it to form a demand zone for now. And on VIX, we've reached my next level here, which was support a few days ago. It was Thursday. Could it be a possible rejection? I don't know. But what I do know is that we're not forming a supply, not a clean looking one at least. So one reason why I cough so much is this roommate sprays her perfume like significantly. The whole apartment smells like it, and it's not bad smelling, but it's just too strong. Like it makes me, I don't know. All right. None of us a clean demand is forming on SPY. I just wish a supply would form on VIX. And we're forming this right at 4168. So one of two things are going to happen. I'm going to get my wish, and we're going to come back above 4172 and then reject against VWAP, which now looks like it's way up there. No, there it is. So VWAP is confluent to 4172, and then I could take this short, or bulls will succeed and create another. This was going to probably happen. Let's say I did go short when this got down to like 45. I said, you know what, when it gets near VWAP, I'm going to go ahead and take a rejection. This candle might close. For all I know, this candle might get strong and get back above 4172, close. Another candle comes down, retest, re-rally. It's a possibility. The other possibility, like I said, is either this candle fails and we continue down, or another candle forms and then we continue down. So it's one of two, either going to go up or either going to go down. So I hope that's very helpful to clarify the possibilities. Let me finish reading what Adam Mancini tweeted. Sorry. After hitting 4202 target yesterday, ES cooling off after 130-point rally, waiting on FOMC tomorrow. 417268 was core support today and here now. Little reaction so far. Bulls want a push here within 15 to 30 minutes ideally. Then it's 4184, 4205 above. Fail here. Pre-FOMC sell starts to 4155. So I guess what you can gather from his tweet is we need to wait. And if we see indication this is going to go up, like they reclaimed 4172 or something like that, and we see a strong push, then take it long. If in the next 30 minutes bulls aren't able to reclaim 4172 or there's not a strong enough reaction, then there's a chance we'll fall again. So 15 to 30 minutes. So this candle and the next candle will be revealing. But I mean, I guess I did kind of say that already. If this is a strong demand candle forms and we get above VWAP, and the next candle will either just keep pushing through or maybe we'll get a slight retest and push through, then we're going to go up. If this candle does not form a demand, and again, I said on VIX, I don't see a demand forming, and VIX is actually now, let me show it. VIX is actually now pushing past that previous support or resistance, and yeah, this is going down even more. So that being said, it looks like I should have done my plan. I should have taken the short. I was hoping to get like a little break above 4172 and then fall. That way I can get in like at 40 and then maybe sell at 60. I guess I should have put my buy-in at just below VWAP. And we're on our bridge making a new low of the day. And we're just going even higher on VIX. Yeah, I suppose if I had gone a couple options short as soon as the bell rung, I would have already sold one. If I got in, let's say at 35, I would have already sold one at 55 and gotten my 20 bucks profit. but I'll be holding the other option, hoping that this might drop even more. Surprise has been quiet so far. Maybe I can help this lady out. No, I wouldn't be able to. My sister would know better. Sorry, someone needs help for the law firm, but she can't afford the law firm and is asking for free resources. It's weird. I don't think of myself as a very kind person because I get annoyed very easily by people, but when I see people suffering or hurting and they can't help themselves, it bothers deep down. Like seeing homeless people or whatever. It's weird. I wonder there are some people that when they see someone who's homeless, their immediate reaction is to commit violence against the homeless person. I've seen videos like that. I never understand that. My initial reaction is just pain. Like I feel sad. I wish I could help these people. I wish I knew why they're in a situation. I don't just automatically assume. How do I put this? If you see someone in a river drowning, flapping their arms, they need help. I would think your first reaction is to want to help that person, not think, well, why are they in that river? What did they do? What kind of foolishness were they involved in that they got themselves in that river in the first place? I don't know. I just find that fascinating about people. I'm sorry, I'm going off on tangents again. I'm exhausted. Lately, I've been waking up at 4 or 5 in the morning and having trouble sleeping. And of course, I can't really sleep in because the light from the windows is so bright, and this roommate likes to pop her fingers and make noise early in the morning. Yeah, man, for sure I should have taken this short this morning, but hey, I thought this thing might rally, man. But I'm looking at it now and it's clear that this did form a head and shoulders. It's a very mini one, not so significant, but now that it's dropping, it looks more clear. Yeah, and VIX keeps going higher. VIX keeps going higher. So my plan would have worked to some degree if I had taken this short right around VWAP. It just didn't get as close to 4172 as I had hoped. And if I had gotten in at 45, I would be up already 15 bucks. The irony is, if I did sell here at 15, it still wouldn't put me back to where I was yesterday. I would be at $113, even though I was at 115 yesterday and took one trade where I lost $16, but somehow I went from 115 to $98. Just seems real suspect to me. If I had to guess, I would say Thinkorswim has raised their commission fees. Alright, let's take a look at VIX on a larger scale. Just out of curiosity here, since I'm not in a trade and I guess this works. Now let's go ahead and maximize the screen. Let's go back to a 1030. So this is the channel that we're in for most of the week, and then we broke out of that only to fall right through it again. Um, I suppose I need to really update this. The next level that I think we might have an issue, I shouldn't say issue, but resistance is here. Ultimately, though, there's a daily here. I think there's a chance we may end up seeing this level today at the rate we're going. We might see that daily. And that being said, I wonder if I should just take this short, even though it's like $60. I mean, I should have been taking this short earlier. We even got other retest at 48, and I didn't think to take that short. Hmm. It's just funny how I said, oh, it looks like a head and shoulders, but maybe it's not. It's sloppy looking. And it was. 'Twas the whole shoulders of the head. Anyways, this is just gonna drop slowly to 4155, I guess. And my fear though is the moment I click buy, is that this thing's gonna turn around on me. Yeah, I think that may well happen. But if I don't buy, it's gonna continue to go down to 4155. Anyways, if this thing turns around again and I get another retest to go short again, I might try it. I mean, it's possible it might come up to 4168 and then, yeah. You know what's funny? I was thinking, you know what? I should just put a buy in at 45 and see if this turns around. And look at that. Is this the bull's attempt to try and get this back up? Now we're back at that yellow resistance on VIX. I know what you're waiting for, Bulge. You're waiting for me to take it short before you can go ahead and rally. Amazing, man. I gotta start listening to my gut. My gut said, you know what? Put this on 45. Put it on 40. I don't know if I would have gotten filled. I don't know if this definitely got to 45, but oh man. Well, I didn't listen to myself. Wow, look at that. Look at that. If I damn put the damn buy in at 45, 46 and just hold now. Now we've broken past the next level on VIX and we're going down, we're going up even higher on VIX now. Oh, It's amazing how when you look left of the screen, you think, why didn't I see this? It's so obvious. But beforehand, it's not so obvious. Well, we're exactly at 4162.9. I have 4162 on my SPY here, so that level's correct at least. Anyways, this is just another example of my missed opportunity. I should have taken this short at the bell. No, because I thought this thing might rally, and I actually sat here thinking that that was going to happen. I should have seen that this head and shoulder pattern was forming, and the clean rejection that occurred overnight, and then taken this short at the bell, even if it was just one option. And just watching VIX continue to rise, if I was in a short, that would be plenty of, not plenty, but that would be a strong indication to keep holding on to the short. Maybe at least until we reach that daily on VIX. But I mean, if I had followed my gut and bought it and put in a buy-in at 46, look at this. And it was another retest of VWAP. So we got 1-2 retest of VWAP where it dropped, and I didn't take it short. This from 46 to 86 would have been a beautiful $40 profit right there. And now I'm thinking too, imagine if when we hit 42.05 yesterday, which I even said was like going to be a strong level and was the top of my megaphone where I had it initially. Imagine if I had taken a swing then. And that occurred at 12:15. 12:15, yep. A little bit, well, actually 12:15 is, come on, what is going on here? 12:15. Well, I'm looking at it on a 15-minute candle, so the candle started at 12:15. Maybe this is where, yeah, this was the peak. The candle closed. Well, it didn't close. There's a wick. So I don't know when the damn thing closed. Doesn't make sense. If it started at 12:15, I don't get it. The candle that peaked, oh, it's 12:30. Sorry, I'm such an airhead. So yeah, 12:30 is when we peaked at 205 on that 15-minute candle on ES. Let me just show you what I'm talking about. Look at this, it's dropping even more. 12:15, 12:30. It says it there and I'm saying the wrong number. If you had taken a swing here, 10 options at like, 20 or something like that, and held it until today. But look, man, I am an idiot. I am an idiot. It turned around, it came back up, not to where I wanted, but I should have got in. Should have got in. And now we're going to hit 4155, which was Adam Mancini's initial level. We should be tweeting soon now. And he said it in his tweet, bulls have to react fast in 50 minutes. And it didn't happen, and as a result, it fell. So if I had followed my gut and put in a buy-in order at 45, 46, I still don't think I would have gotten filled at 45 though. I don't know, but if I could have gotten in at 46 and just kept holding until we got close to 4.55, here we go. That would have been close to a $50 profit, or a little over $50 profit right there. That would have been beautiful. And we're slowly approaching the daily on VIX. Right here. I wonder if we're going to end up going back into this channel. And you know what? When I was saying I should get in here at 60 or whatever it was, and I said, no, watch I do that, and it turns around, I should have got in there as well. All this hesitation does is just hurt me. I forgot when it was I was saying that, oh, you know, the bulls are waiting for me to get in so they can turn around and just shot it up to a rally. But even if I had gotten in at 60 or 70, it would have been a good play. I would have been done for the day though. That uses up most of my account, but all right. So we are now at 4155, which is supposed to be a strong support, I believe. Man, this got to 109. I can't help but wonder if it'll drop below this. Yeah, when a sell like this occurs, I'm less inclined to go long as a result. Man, I wish I can just go back in time and just say, just put the 46 buy in. And every time I think, you know what, I should put an alert here, and if it goes to this level, then I would buy. I should just put the buy in. All right, we're almost at the daily on VIX. I think we may not drop much further than this. I don't know why, but I've noticed a pattern where if no, I'm wrong. Let me take back what I was going to say. Let me finish my thought though. I notice a pattern sometimes that we might start at say 40, well just 30, then we'll get to 130, and then it will turn around. I've sometimes noticed that. Like it's almost a coincidence we get to the $100 area, but nope, this thing's dropping. We've just shot past the daily on VIX. Well, so I could have made $100 today if I follow my damn gut. I'm having a really sickly depressed feeling that this firm I'm working for is going to have some issues with the economy, especially, and I'm going to be let go, and I need to find another job. There's reasons why like this why I miss being a cop. Um, because there's just certain professions like police officer, nurse, firefighter that your job is secure. I remember when I was a cop in 2008 when the economy crashed. Um, for me, it was a great time. I mean, I went and I got special training to be a an FTO where you train other officers, and I got a little extra pay for that. Um, I think I had owned my home at that point for about 8 years. My NSX was paid off. I think I still had my motorcycle at that time, or did I sell it by then? I don't remember. And I forgot what second car I had, and I think it was my S2000. And yeah, life was good. I wasn't stressing over money financially, and you know, interest rates were dropping. So yeah, it was a good time, man. I wasn't worried about how I'm gonna pay my bills or pay for this or pay for that. Well, this is interesting. We've lost 4155. Um, we've gone past the daily on VIX. So I don't know, man. I feel like maybe I should just. I hate using that phrase. I feel like I'm starting to wonder if it's best just to walk away at this point. I had opportunity to take this short. I didn't. I'm an idiot, and now there's no edge. Everything now is just FOMO. I should have got in here, and I didn't. I should have got in here, and I didn't. So even even when I said, oh, I could take this short, but it will take up most of my account, that would have been $100 profit right there if I did. What was support yesterday before we had our, no, on Friday before we had our rally? The rally started. Let me go back to SPY, zoom in here. The rally technically started when we bounced up. There's Adam Mancini. Wow, I so hate iPhones. I hate Apple so much. I guess my camera just stopped working. I had to put in my passcode. Today, 416872 was key support. Yes, after testing morning, also one of action at 15 failed. Yes, so it fell. It fell. 4155 first down, hit quickly. 4144, 4133 major next. 4155 must reclaim. So 4133 is next. What was the other one? 4144, 4133. I just have a cluster of supports here. I have a daily near 4133. Oh, we finally formed a reaction on VIX. We have a supply forming. Not the cleanest looking one, but a supply nonetheless. Although we don't really have much of a demand forming here on SPY. If this starts to turn into a demand, that might be something. But after a big sell-off like this, I'm not sure I'm so keen on taking it long. I just can't believe I said the plan this morning. Oh, let me take this crap off and this, I'm gonna wait for it to come back up and take up some liquidity around 472 and then take it short. And 945, where are we? 945, I could have gotten at 42, 46, 47. This was my big chance to get back in again here, and I didn't. Foolish. Absolutely foolish. And this would have been my biggest. The sad thing is, no, I could only get in one. The sad thing is, if I had gotten in here this morning, but if I had seen that Head and Shoulders, if, whatever. But let me zoom out. It's just so clear now, especially on like the 30. Head, shoulder, shoulder. It's just this didn't look like a clean shoulder to me, but my penchant for wanting perfectionism is hurting me. All right. Mm, all right. I'm walking away for a bit 'cause I don't know. This was a day of great opportunity and I just missed out on it. Just absolutely foolish. Absolutely foolish. If I had simply just followed my gut and taken this short and just stepped back and let this thing run, over $100 could have been made today. And the sad thing is, even if I have a client today and this roommate let me know that she's not staying the full month, so she's only going to pay like maybe 100 for this week, which will be enough to help me pay the rent. But this constant, oh, I might be leaving soon, I might not be leaving soon is a bit frustrating. I wish I had gotten a roommate that's more reliable and staying here. Even if even if she pays me her 100 today, I don't have enough money to pay my rent. But my client that I trained today, even if he pays me, it's not enough for me to pay my rent. Sadly, though, if I took out all of my money out of this account that I have right now, which went from 115 now to 98, and put that in my bank, um, I would have enough to pay the rent with my client today. But to be honest, I'm not so inclined to pay the rent on time, considering that this landlord has for over a month been talking about this window, and he's supposed to come by today to physically measure it now, because it's not enough that I give him the measurements from my phone with the app, the measurement app. It's not enough that the superintendent of the building told him those measurements are accurate. Now he has to come here and physically measure it himself, even though he claimed he was at Home Depot about to buy the blinds last week Thursday. So, dude, I don't know. Oh, check this out. This is interesting. So, this is a trend that I have from, I mean, you saw it earlier. This, oh, look, beautiful. It's beautiful how it changes based on the, God, I hate Thinkorswim, man. I don't care. I know another poster said it's not Thinkorswim. Thinkorswim's a great app, but this trend issue is irritating. It's absolutely irritating. So on the 515, it looks like, so you know what? I guess it's just pure coincidence. It just happens to bounce there. I don't know. I see it in my other chart. I thought it was interesting, but I guess it's just pure coincidence because it seems like it changes despite what level I'm looking at. Good Lord, man. This thing just keeps dropping. Remember Friday's rally? We are now at, this is why I always wish, and you know what? I can't tell you the last time I've caught a sell. I never catch them. I rarely do. I think the last time I was in a sell like this was some point earlier this year, and I sold way too early. It's a common theme, and it dropped massively, massively. This is about to hit 246 in a moment, and again, if I had gotten my butt in here and held, that would be a $200 profit. Man, that would be wonderful, man. I can take 100 out, put it in my bank to help pay the rent. That would have been a fantastic drop. But anyways, we are pretty much where we were when we started the morning on Friday, when that rally started. We've come full circle. And let me bring over a trading view. There's a very important trend here, a channel. This green channel here that we've been chopping in since the beginning of April. We lost it, we reclaimed it, and didn't quite make it to the top of that or the megaphone. Although again, I readjusted my megaphone to match Adam Mancini's yesterday, but initially I had it more like here. But the bulls can either bounce here. This is an important spot. I still don't know why 4133 is significant, but I wouldn't doubt that this is Adam Mancini for his chart. That's where this trend line goes. For some reason, mine never seems to follow his. But you can see it touches here and touches here exactly. So, and then touches here. So I don't know. But 433 is an important level. So I guess if we do get a bounce, it's going to be here. And I think bulls maintain control. I think I've said this before, as long as we're above this area, this green area here. But once this drops, then bears are in full control. I know it sounds odd me saying that, because it seems to me it's kind of clear that bears are in control right now. And the VIX is just flying up, man. We've passed this daily. We're now at this daily. I couldn't even tell you how far down this thing might go. But I like to think that this will be as far as it goes for now, but and I bet any trader worth half his salt already took this short. Saw this is a clear trend day and took this short and made money. I'm the only idiot who kept hesitating here, here, back up here when it was in the 70s, and I thought, oh, you know what, I should go ahead and take a trade now. It's at 70, but that's going to be most of my account. Should have just taken it. Still would have made over $100. Oh my god. Anyways, I should just end this video now and just walk away. Just a quick update. If you thought the sell ended, nope. It's still pushing even higher. We just hit 300. And look at this tiny little thing here. This is where I thought about going short. My final option to go short. It's still going down. So clearly some news came out that's bearish, and yeah. We are approaching now that green area. Not there yet. We're still maybe about $10 away from it. That green area, I mentioned that bulls are in control up until that point, so it's a big inflection point. Let's take a look at VIX. So this, if I remember, let's go ahead and maximize this. But of course, you know what's going to happen when I change the time frame. You can see here, this is clearly a trend that we hit here and here and here and here and here and rejected. And I believe, if I recall, that trend was found way further back and let me go to a 6 month one day, and we touched it a few times initially, and it just hadn't been touched for the longest time. So it looks like it is, well, then again, let's go to a 364 hour. Okay, so maybe it's not changing. I'm shocked. Let's do a 90-day 1 hour. So yeah, of course here we're above it now. Here we're well below it, and so and it doesn't even touch here. Good Lord, man. Freaking Thinkorswim, man. These haven't touched, but now we're above it here. And on the 515, they all touch. I mean, seriously, if I was very wealthy and I was successful as a trader and I had some clout, I would like to call Thinkorswim on the phone, put them on speaker, and ask them to explain why this is happening. Why does this happen? I mean, I really don't want to mess up my... Let's see. Do I have VIX on here? I haven't messed with VIX on TradingView in the longest time, so you know what we're gonna have to do. No, it's here. It's here. This shows you how long I haven't messed with it. All this stuff is gone. So you know what? Let's remove the drawings on VIX. I hope this didn't remove the drawings for my other... No, it didn't. This is the channel I'm talking about here. So because TradingView trends are so great, I can quickly mark this up. This looks about right. And I remember I found a center channel to this. So we'll clone it one more time. And this is where we spent a majority of the time on the bottom portion of this. So yeah, so it looks like we're, but you know what's funny? All of this, how it touched on Thinkorswim on the different time frames, it's not touching at all. But this is clearly a level right here. Clearly a level. I wonder if I should start doing I should go back to making my levels on VIX, on TradingView is what I'm trying to say. Yeah, so we have a confluence here. This may be where we drop to. We stop dropping or stop rising or whatever. You know what I mean. Let's see if I can find any other levels. It's like I see one here. God, it's so easy to see the levels on TradingView, man. They're just beautifully clear. Let's go to a daily. Maybe I'll show you how I do my levels. It would be nice if someone tells me, hey, your levels finding sucks. This is what you should do instead. Could this be considered a daily? It's not very clear, but we'll do it. I really wish Adam Mancini did like a half-hour video on how he finds his levels. Yeah, there's a level here. Maybe one more. Looks like one could be here, maybe. I don't know. Nothing stands out right now for me. Maybe here? No. A bunch of wicks here touching. Yeah, I think this is another one here. Damn it. Let's go down to a 4-hour. I think we did do the 4-hour before. Oh, there's our 4-hour low. This is the low of the year for so far. I'm here yakking away and VIX has turned around quite a bit. I wonder if I should adjust this, watch this, to here. No? What do you think? So it actually touches here. I think I'll do that. Okay. So this may be the turning point, finally. So let's stop playing around. I'll come back and finish this some other time. Let's switch this back to ES. And you can see this is the point where bulls need to maintain control. So let's see if we've got ourselves any indication of we got daily here too, of any kind of demands being formed. Look at this, guys. It's made its way all the way to 350. So if I follow my gut and got in here, if I follow my plan at any point and got in at the rejection all the way up here and held, if I got in at 46 or 50 or something like that and held it, it would be close to a $300 profit. And there it is. In one day, I could have made up for pretty much most of my losses for the year. What? We should do a 100% tax on anyone making what? Above nine. I don't know. I try my best to see things in both ways. And the positives, if this happened, if I recall, was it President Lyndon Johnson or was it FDR, the social contract, when certain policies like Social Security and Medicare were implemented, I think most people can agree those are good policies, and childcare. But to pay for those policies to be paid for, if I recall, maybe I'm wrong because I'm not a historian or paleontologist, they had to tax the rich and of course the middle class. I don't know about 100% tax, but I'm pretty sure if most wealthy people are honest, they don't pay their fair share in taxes. And um, I'm pretty sure other people who are wealthy will balk at the idea of them having to pay any more taxes than they are paying right now. And they would argue that if you raise taxes on them, that they'll flee the area, they'll find ways to get around it of paying the taxes. And I mean, I suppose if I was wealthy, I would agree with them. I would be right there with them saying, man, I don't want to pay any more taxes. I pay my fair share, work hard for what I get. So I see their argument. But at the same time, when I was a cop, man, I got taxed a lot. I mean, I would make around $4,500, especially when I had to do overtime. You know, there's an accident 5 minutes before you're about to 06, sorry, before you're about to, end your shift, and it's near you or you witnessed it, so you should be the one taking the report. And there's injuries involved, someone has to go to the hospital, fire rescue arrives on scene, you got to get witness statements, you got to write the report. You're stuck. You're going to be there for an extra 3-4 hours probably, depending on how severe the accident is. And then maybe you have to get up early the next morning to go to court for something. So there's lots of overtime, whether you like it or not. Or you do want to work the overtime, and then you pick up. I did that too. I picked up off-duty assignments, and so you make extra money. So let's say if you worked a regular 40-hour a week, you would make 3,000 that month, but because of all the overtime, you end up making 4,500. You get taxed. A lot of that gets taxed, and it was frustrating. And I'll sometimes do the math, and I'm like, man, it feels like I'm getting taxed like 20% of what I earn. But of course, that wasn't all taxes. It was Social Security, union fees, whatever. But but yeah, man. Adam Mancini again. Rapid action in ES with 50% of this week's rally retraced. 4167 fail was trigger for pre-FOMC sell, as posted and quickly sold. 3 levels getting to 4130 final. Yeah. I cannot tell you how disgusted I am with myself that I didn't take the trade. I have like reverse FOMO, where when it's dropping, I'm thinking, okay, it's not going to drop any more than this, and it certainly does, and I miss out on it. So, well, I thought this might be a turnaround spot, but it's not happening. Um, I'm just still blown away here. This is where I wanted to get back in, and I didn't do it. This is where I was saying, hey, I could go in, but it's going to cost most of my account, but maybe I can make a little bit of a money on a scalp, and it just keeps falling. This is again why it's so awesome if you can take multiple positions, and I wasn't afraid. I didn't have this fear of hesitation of losing money because I had a nice fat account. I would have gotten in here, been like, all right, screw it, I'm gonna go in. I'm just gonna go in at 46, 45, 50, put a stop loss at maybe 40, risk that amount. I'll go in, 100 options, so I get in, at 55. So I have 5,500. And then as this goes down, hey, I can sell. I don't know if you guys heard that. Sell a good portion and get back, I don't know, sell 10 options and get, oh, what am I saying? God, you know what? I don't know. I can't think. Whatever. Anyways, I'm done. I don't know what to do at this point. I guess what I should have done at some point was switch to a higher strike and just jumped in, but I don't know how far this is gonna go. I thought 455 would be a good spot where it would bounce. It didn't, and now we're at 4. Well, actually, we passed 4133. That was supposed to be the spot. We passed it now. And that channel here that it was flowing in, okay, let me just breathe for a second, because sometimes I feel like taking my mouse and throwing it across the room. I don't know if it's the mouse or if it's Thinkorswim. Okay. This channel here, the one that we were in for most of April, or whatever, last week, broke out of it, fell back down, and now we're just blasting through it. This is actually one of the biggest moves I've seen on VIX in the longest time. This is probably going to be one of the biggest sell days that we've had on SPY or ES in the longest time. And yet again, anytime there's big trend move days, I seem to always miss out on them. Or if I do take a trade, I end up selling so early, I've only gotten like 1% of the move. All right, we finally made it to that green portion on ES. And it looks like we're bouncing at this trend here. Ah, man. Let's see what VIX looks like here. Yeah. I'll feel more confidence we had made it up to this point and then rejected. Put that back to a 15. Put that back to a 15. Good Lord, man. What a day, man. This would have been half my account, but it would have it would have tripled my size of my account. And anyways, I'm walking away. Enough. I'm surprised it's quiet today. When I'm actually, it makes me worried that it's so quiet. Because again, um, things were, what is that phrase, gangbusters for the firm initially, but now it's, I guess things aren't looking so great. Maybe I should start looking for a part-time job. Okay, I keep saying I'm gonna walk away, but I'm just blown away. VIX just keeps going higher and higher, and this keeps going higher. We were at 300. Remember, not too long ago, I made a video. It was like, oh yeah, we just hit 300 right here. That was at 10:32, and a half hour later, it's over $100 more. It almost hit over $100 more. I wonder if this is a delayed reaction to the news about the bank failure yesterday, but why wait till now? I always wish I can catch one of these drops. I always wish I can. But Adam Mancini says it many times, you can't catch the tops and the bottoms. You can only catch a piece of the move, and anywhere between here and here, I had a chance to get a piece of the move and I didn't get in. That's not true. That's not true. I'm thinking incorrectly. I could have also switched to a further out strike. I could have switched to a 409 strike or a 410 strike and tried to get in. We're clearly in a trend. Who knows how much further this is going to go? Although I personally think I might be wrong, that this is as far as it's going to go. But again, I could be wrong. Let's look. If I had used my brain and switched to like a 409 strike, yeah, I could have got in any point here earlier this morning and taken it short. What's a 408 right now at $69? All right, screw it. We're gonna go in at 71. No. This is just an emotional trade here. We've made such a massive move. It is completely asinine. This is the definition of FOMO. So no, I'm not doing it. I say that now. Watch. If I had gone in at 71, watch this. 81. Come on, keep dropping. Show me how foolish I was. 91. So I would have been up $20 now. Was about to hit buy market, 99, 100, 102. $30 I could have made in a matter of 30 seconds. Well, more than 30 seconds, but I talked myself out of it again. I talked myself out of it again. No, this is an emotional trade. You're just doing FOMO. You shouldn't do it. You shouldn't take the trade. Look at that. If I had put my buy in at 71 and sold here at 110, I would have made 40 bucks. Would have made 40 bucks, almost 50% my account right there. Oh, well, here you go. This video is very educational. This is how you do not trade. You don't talk yourself out of it. You take the trade, you take the risks. 71. It was right there at 71, and I I should have hit buy market or tried to get in at 72 whatever and could have made over 30 bucks right there. I wonder how much of a retracement we've done so far. Let's maximize. Let's go to a 90 31. So our rally started here last week Wednesday when we got to 4072, which was an important level. And then we had our rally on Thursday, a bit more of a rally on Friday. So we retraced about half that rally. No, more than half. And we're now at 4110. Yeah, man. My gut is telling me to go in now. What I want to see is a retest of this level, this trend, and then to take it short again. Speaking of which, I really wonder how much that initial option I was looking at, the 413, how high that's probably hit. If we hit 500, I'm gonna guess. It's so in the money, I can't even see where it is. Yep, over 500 now. God, man, I don't know. You just gotta laugh. You just gotta laugh. No, it didn't hit 500. It got to 484. I could have swore it said 500 when I looked at it. Or maybe I was looking at 414 by accident. Oh my God, dude. All right, I'm gonna walk away now. This is okay. Now the work is finally coming in, and unfortunately, as usual, it's something that I don't know how to do, and I'm being given an explanation of how to do it that doesn't quite make sense, and whatever. So some things never change. Um, We finally formed a demand for the day, and bulls are coming in strong, it looks like, finally. Adam Mancini just tweeted right now. I hope this is just not a repeat of what was said before. Okay, we lost 4167. It's been a rare melt through levels day, inverse of leg up. This puts ES in a very interesting spot for FOMC. 4-hour RSI already most oversold since March low. 4100 next down major. To see any recovery, 4130 must reclaim, which is my daily here. Alright, 2 minutes until this candle closes. I guess the normal thing we would do is wait for a retest and then take this long, right? But I don't know. May's supposed to be a bearish month, and we've already started it off well. Anyways, I need to figure out how to do this assignment. $50-minute candle closed. Officially, the demand was formed. A new candle started, and it didn't bother with any kind of retest. It's just pushing through. All right. I'm laughing because 410 strike today is now currently, as you can see, in $65. 410 strike tomorrow, $200. The way they jack the premiums up during volatile weeks like this just blows my mind, man. Jesus Christ, dude. I'm just setting an alert if it gets down, if it retests. I don't think it will. While I try and figure out how to do this, which is gonna... oh, whatever. Alright, I got the alert for a retest. We got as low as 36, it looks like, and I was too busy working to get in. Screw it. Let's go in at 47. Let's see if it pulls back a little bit. It did, but I didn't get filled. Okay, now I'm filled. Oh, of course, it went to 46. And now it's going to go to 45, and then it's going to go to 44, and I'm going to be losing more money today. I hate going long on a day when it's totally a big sell day and it's all just fallen down. It just seems asinine to go against the trend. When we formed this demand, we did form a supply on VIX, which I would like to say is good, but the problem is that right now the candle that we're dealing with in VIX is a pretty strong green candle. Let's look at VIX really quick. So we had our rejection here at this SMA confluent with this 4-hour, which is not good. And looks like this is going to push its way up. Also not good. 4 minutes until this candle closes. Looks like I might be losing again, so whatever. I'm gonna put this at 40. If I lose $8, I lose $8. I gotta finish up what I was doing before. And this probably will turn around and fall and sell. So when it does, I'll be back. All right, I finished that little assignment. I wanted to be here so you can see when this thing sells, because it's gonna happen. And when it does, it'll turn around and come back up. You guys know how it works. Here's the thing. If this doesn't sell here, I mean, if the bulls don't get this to come back up now, soon, this is just going to fall even more. We're just going to create what's going to be basically a bear flag, and we're going to sell down even further. Here we go. That's it, and I'm done. That's going to be my last video for the day. I'm so fed up. I'm not pulling up Thinkorswim because I'm just so disgusted with this whole situation right now. This 2 days in a row I've been negative. Didn't need to be yesterday if I had just not taken that second trade. And sorry, there's a stain on my space tab and I just need to clean that. And of course, you can't hit the space tab without something happening on the computer. I was positive yesterday, and I took a second trade foolishly that took away my positive and put me negative for the day. Took a trade today, and as you can see, the man formed here. I got it on a retest. Of course, as always, when I do a retest, I either pick a spot that's too high, or I end up getting spooked out too early. So I exited at 40, which I think happened here. I don't want to pull up Thinkorswim to even look to see when the sell turned out or whatever. But I did pull up Thinkorswim on my iPad to look at where we are now, and we just hit 57. And remember, I got in at 47. So if I had gotten in a little bit further back, so I sold at 40. So if I had gotten in at 40, where I sold, instead of 47, where I bought, and then sold at 57, would have made up for the losses that happened on Monday. Of course, I missed out on all of this massive move here, but that's because I'm an idiot and I didn't follow my own plan of a retest, and I wanted it to hit 4172 and instead it hit 4171, and it just wasn't enough for me to get in, and being overly picky and wanting it to happen exactly the way I want it to happen, here we are. So yeah, I could have made money today. And as the day progresses, this is going to slowly crawl its way up, and that $47 option I got is going to be worth 67 or something, whatever. I don't know. I don't know. Ironically, though, it was at 67 at some point here, and I got in at 47. So I don't know how I didn't end up with $10 profit here, and then could have just sold. I don't know what happened. I don't recall. I mean, I guess I can rewind the video and look, but anyways, I'm done. Just as another update, I just out of curiosity, I checked, and as you can see, demand forms. I get in, it comes down just enough to spook me out. Usual thing, because you know how it works. If I don't exit early and take back some of my profits, or I mean some of my investment, it'll just keep dropping, and then I'll end up losing more. But then when I do exit, then it's when it turns around. In fact, I'm gonna go look on my iPad because again, I don't want to open Thinkorswim because I have nothing but the deepest hatred for that app. I don't care what anyone else says. and I'm gonna go to a 1 minute and look at this option. I exited at 40. So actually it looks like it got as low on the retest as 38 or 37. And it stayed hovering sideways, and the lowest it would get was 40. So I guess if I didn't use a stop loss, um, the highest it got was 77, it looks like. 77. So I could have made 30 bucks today. More if I had gotten in at 40 instead. I should have put my entry at 40. And that's the trick, is figuring out where it would pull back and just how far. So, and this may well go up even higher. Adam Mancini says the Bulls need to reclaim 4130 to begin a rally, and that may be what their goal is right now. So, looks like I lost potential profits not taking my plan to take this short. I lost more profits by not just taking a short when I thought it can push down even further. I lost profit when I went long here and sold too early. So 2 days of losses in a row. And there you go. Bulls have just managed to reclaim 41.30, and the option I got in at $47 just hit $87, meaning I could have gotten $40 today. Instead, I sold right when it pulled back and lost $7. So frustrating, man. This is why sometimes I say really it's just a gamble. You can get in hoping it would go your favor, and you can hold when it doesn't go in your favor. But the question is, how long do you hold? And yeah, someone can say, oh, well, you hold until the demand zone right here where it's placed. Well, that's what I did. It went below the demand zone. Then someone can say, oh, well, then you hold until the previous low. Okay, well, if I do that and it gets down that low, instead of losing $7, I may end up losing more than half of the investment. So it's not there's no easy solution as to where you put your stop loss. And since theta decay is kicking in, it kept going. Well, it got lower than 40 here, but during these two 15-minute candles, as you saw earlier, no, you didn't see. I'm sorry, because I didn't. You know what? Screw it. I'm gonna open a Thinkorswim and show you in a second. One moment. All right, let's zoom in. I got in on the retest at 47 somewhere. It doesn't show when I bought it because I closed the stupid application. But I got in somewhere here, and we remember it was 47 that I got in. And it pulled back and kept pulling back until 40. Hold on, there's got to be a way I can adjust this. God, I really hate this program so much, man. Sorry, guys. I can't. It's gonna. No matter what I do, it's gonna look like just a flat line. There should be a way that I can adjust it to make it look better than this, but I can't. So I have no idea when it was I got in. It definitely was after this rise. I tried to get in on the retest. At some point it was 47. I think for maybe like 30 seconds I was in profits, and then it kept going down, and then it sold. It looks to me like the lowest it got was where I sold, which is generally the way things work. If I don't sell, if I don't put a stop loss, it'll sell and I'll lose more money. The moment I do put a stop loss, it goes right to that spot and then it turns around. But it doesn't show it here, but this thing got as high as 87. And the spot to sell would likely be around 130 or just above it. And now you can see here, we're back to VWAP. And it's projecting here at VWAP. It may well push past it, because once bulls reclaim 4130, then they're in the clear. Somewhat in the clear. But if I had gotten a better entry, instead of at 47, if I was able to get in at 40 and set my sell at 80, that would have been a great trade for the day. But again, like I said, this morning the plan was a retest of the important level. Just because it didn't get to the exact spot, I didn't take it short, which was a horrible mistake. That was Really? Like a $400 mistake if I held it all the way. And again, what was the put that I chose? If I recall, it was a 413 strike. Yes, and this is where I wanted to get in here at 46. And we peaked at $523, as you can see. So yeah, that would have been nearly a $400 profit if I had just gotten in where I should have. So this was a massive, massive sell. Just frustrating, man. All right, now I'm closing this crap. And unless something major happens, again, this is going to be my last video because I'm beyond fed up right now.